Hi everybody, Mr. Chris here. In today's video, we will first cover your assignments, what's due today, and what's being assigned today. Then we'll cover your new grammar material for today. Finally, we'll discuss wrapping up Lit for this year. So first, your assignments. The following assignments are due today, Monday, April 27 at 8:30 a.m. They are grammar, pages 190 to 192, Lit, the last leaf, and VSP, list 27 spelling words written 5 times. The following assignments are being given today. They are due on Wednesday, April the 29th at 8:30 a.m. They are grammar, pages 193 to 194, Lit, read The Interlopers and answer questions 1 through 5, and remember to answer those questions with complete sentences. And in your VSP, write list 27 vocab words and definitions 1 time. Okay, now that we got your assignments out of the way, let's move on to your grammar lesson for today. So would you please turn to page number 193. Today we are continuing our study of objective case pronouns. But before we begin, let's review what we have learned so far. First, a pronoun is a word that takes the place of a what? A noun. Next, an blank is the word for which the pronoun stands. That would be an antecedent. What are the 6 kinds of pronouns? They are number 1, personal, number 2, interrogative, number 3, demonstrative, number 4, indefinite, number 5, compound, and number 6, relative. Which indefinite pronouns are singular? They are each, either, neither, one, everyone, everybody, no one, nobody, anyone, anybody, someone, somebody. Which indefinite pronouns are plural? They are both, few, several, many. Both, few, several, many. And then finally, which indefinite pronouns are either singular or plural? And they are some, any, none, all, and most. Okay, what are the 3 cases of pronouns? That would be nominative, objective, and possessive. And what are the nominative case pronouns used as in a sentence? They can be used as either subjects, predicate nominatives, or the appositives of subjects and predicate nominatives. What are the objective case pronouns used as in a sentence? They can be used as direct objects, indirect objects, and objects of the preposition. That one's easy to remember because they all have the word object in their name. Finally, let's create a chart in the air to categorize the pronouns in their cases. So we're going to start with nominative over here, we'll put objective in the middle, and we'll put possessive over here. Okay, let's begin. I, me, my, mine. You, your, yours. It, its. He, him, his. She, her, hers. We, us, ours. They, them, theirs. Who, whom, whose. And whoever, whomever. Whose ever, whoever's. That's a bit of an odd one. All right, great. Let's move on to our new material for today. So pause the video and read rules number 5 through 8, or numbers 5 through 8 on page 193. Okay, now that you've read those, let's move down to exercise A. Let's go to number 1. Number 1 says, bring the money to either me, I, or she, her. So in this case, both of these words are being used as objects of the preposition to. The objective case is me and her, so it should say, bring the money to either me or her. So cross out I and she. Let's go on to number 2. Where are the seats reserved for we, us, and they, them? Once again, these words are both objects of the preposition for. We need to use the objective cases of these pronouns. Therefore, we need to use us and them. It should read like this. Where are the seats reserved for us and them? Cross out we and they. Okay, let's take care. I'm going to let you take care of the rest in exercise A, and don't forget to do exercise B as well. Flip the page, page 194. Here we're dealing with the possessive case pronouns, right? We had nominative, then we had the objective, we just finished those off, and now we're moving on to the possessive case pronouns. Possessive case pronouns are used to show ownership or relationship. So in just a moment, I'll have you pause and read the material on this page, but before you do that, I want to make sure you understand what first person, second person, and third person mean on the chart there on page 194. First person is when the speaker is talking about himself, such as, "This is my phone," or "This phone is mine." It's also used when the speaker is part of a group. "This is our classroom," or "This classroom is ours." Second person is used when the speaker is directly speaking to someone else, saying, "Is this your phone?" or "Is this phone yours?" It's also used when the speaker is directly speaking to a whole group of people, such as, "Is this your classroom?" or "Is this classroom yours?" In this case, there actually is no difference between talking to one person or to a group of people. You just say your or yours in both cases. Now, third person is used when a speaker is talking to someone else about someone else, such as, "Is this his phone?" or "Is this phone hers?" It's also used when a speaker is speaking to someone else about a group of other people, such as, "Is this their classroom?" or "Is this classroom theirs?" So that's first, second, and third person. First person equals speaker talking about himself. Second person equals speaker talking directly to someone else. And third person deals with speaker talking to another person about someone else. Okay, pause the video and read over the material at the top of the page. Okay, now that you've read the material, let's go to exercise A. Here are your instructions. 1. Circle the possessive pronouns that function as adjectives. And 2. Underline the possessive pronouns that function as pronouns. Let's go to number 1. Here's what it says. "Your mother has both her quilting squares and mine." Now, the way to figure this out is pretty straightforward. First, you have to identify all the possible pronouns and adjectives from the chart above. Second, you have to differentiate between the pronouns and the adjectives. If the word in the question comes directly before a noun or a pronoun, it's going to be an adjective. If it doesn't, it's going to be a pronoun. So let's tackle number 1. The first word we need to deal with here is your. Notice that this word comes right before mother. That means it's an adjective, so circle it. Whose mother? Your mother. The next word we need to deal with is her. It comes right before quilting and squares. It's an adjective defining squares. Whose squares? Her squares. Circle her. The final word we need to deal with is mine. The word mine is all by itself, therefore it must be a pronoun. Underline it. Now, hint. The word mine is always going to be a pronoun, never an adjective. Okay, circle your and her and underline mine. Let's move on to number 2. His jumping frog leapt higher than mine and finished the race before yours. Okay, what are the words we are going to deal with in this case? They are these words: his, mine, and yours. The word his comes in front of frog. It's an adjective, so circle it. The word mine is all by itself. It's a pronoun, and like I said before, the word mine's always going to be a pronoun, so underline it. Finally, the word yours is all by itself as well. It's a pronoun. Underline it. And hint, the word yours with an S, not your, but yours, is always a pronoun as well. Okay, I'm going to let you tackle the rest of this exercise by yourself, and don't forget to do exercise B as well. Next, let's talk about literature. If you flip forward just a teensy bit in your lit book, you'll see that you are almost finished with the textbook. Hooray! In fact, we're going to be finished with the final. We'll be finishing up the final poems on Friday. So next on the agenda, after we have finished up this last unit, we'll be taking a test on the unit we just completed. And we're going to do that next Monday, right? In exactly a week. After that, we'll take 2 review days on Wednesday and Friday of next week, and then we'll have your final test. That final test is scheduled today in 2 weeks. Now that's going to leave us with several weeks of school with no lit. So what we'll do instead of lit is we'll increase the amount of grammar we're going to cover. We haven't made as much progress in grammar as we have in lit. So we're going to dedicate more of our time to doing grammar at the very back end of the school year. All right, that's going to do it for English class today. So I hope you all have a very, very wonderful Monday. Mr. Chris out.